Hello and welcome to a great night of hoops. You can feel the excitement in the air for this game. It's part of the NBA Cup. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? Taking a look at Boston, they're currently holding on to the third best record in the conference. And of course there's Philadelphia, not posing much of a threat right now.
Well, right now for Boston, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Jared McCain out there with Davion Mitchell. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Sarr. And it's Bird in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Edwards in at the 3. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I heard Coach go over the dribble handoffs that Sabonis is so creative with. He reminded his players that the jumper isn't the first option. Usually he looks to pass for 3 to 4 seconds, reminding his players to stay wide, anticipate high passes, watch for the cutters, and then contest. Sabonis can be a real headache out there. Back to you, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Maxey, following the 3 by Boston. Embiid, high post. Sarr on him. Outside Grimes. Clark with the screen. Shot clock at 5. Grimes' shot is off. Down low. Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Blocked! And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Sarr finds Sabonis. And stolen by Clark. Here's Mitchell. Outside McCain. Beyond the arc. Clark grabs the board. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Embiid against Sarr. Fade away. Again, Philadelphia.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Mitchell, the pass to Bird. Now here's McCain. Sabonis, left side. And stolen by Clark. Fast break, Philadelphia. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has got 5.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Now Mitchell has to Bird. The 3 ball. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has been everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
So it's Boston now, following that last 3-pointer by Philadelphia. Back to Mitchell. Pass to McCain. Here's Bird. 6 to shoot. Over Edwards. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bird's got his second bucket on the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Embiid. Guarded by Sarr. Inside, Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Bird. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. He's got 7. Philadelphia leading by 4. Outside Grimes. Maxey on the wing. Check by Mitchell. And the layup is good off the glass. Clark's got his second basket.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Now here's Mitchell. No made baskets yet. Pass to Bird. Can't hit that one. Oh, good D by Edwards. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Oh, Clark with the slam.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Mitchell to the wing on the left from deep. Sarr. And Grimes pulls it down.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Philadelphia moving it around. Clark outside. Here's Embiid. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Embiid's got 8.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Mitchell, the pass to Bird. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And dialing into our broadcast remotely, I'm told we have Shams Charania here with a special report. Shams, take it away.
Thanks, B.A. With all the teams working against the upcoming trade deadline, news tonight is about the Atlanta Hawks. They had the chance to acquire Anthony Davis, and why not? It's not every day you get to add a perennial all-star to your squad. This will significantly improve their size and what they're able to do on both ends of the floor.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. Here's Bird. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Pass to Sarr. And here's McCain. It's stolen by Maxey. And here comes the break. Embiid passes to Maxey. Oh, a special move before that shot. He's got 5. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by Boston. Edwards a screen on Mitchell. Maxey. Here's Clark. And he drops it in from the low post. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
Outside McCain. Pass to Sabonis. Right wing. 5 to shoot. Sarr a screen. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer off the mark.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Back to Edwards. Pass to Clark. To the paint. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Sarr. And it's blocked by Clark. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. Boston also changing it up. Love is checked in for Sarr. Koulibaly comes in for McCain. And Jerome subbed in for Mitchell. The Sixers lead by 7. Alvarado with it. Picked up by Jerome. Pass to Gordon. Boston pulls it in.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Now here's Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jerome. Off target from outside. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. George sets a screen for 3. Gordon. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
When you think of versatile bigs, Domantas Sabonis comes to mind pretty quickly, RJ.
He's at the top of the list in that regard. Capable of scoring on all 3 levels while also hitting the boards hard. And his passing, well, that's what makes him special.
The Sixers lead by 7. Here's Gordon. Off target at the rim. Boston has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Pass to Bird. And here's Jerome. Alvarado defending. Outside Koulibaly. There's a screen by Love. A shot from the mid-range. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Man, the old man is still so good at battling for position. Love has been a rebounding force for so many years.
Now here's Alvarado. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Gordon outside. Stop the drought. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Lowry, following the bucket by Boston. Kicks it to George. Back to Lowry. Pass to Gordon. George sets a screen. Gordon outside. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. George, no good. Boston trails by 3. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jerome passes to Bird. To the inside. Lowry against Koulibaly. Here's Bird. He's got 9. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
What a performance from Brandon Clark. He's been the story for Philadelphia. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
They've got Trendon Watford. Jose Alvarado is out there with Maxey. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's George in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Boston has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Love passes to Bamba. Here's Champagnie. Bamba finds Jerome. Screen by Bamba. Down low. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Alvarado outside. Outside Maxey. Pass to Watford, and he dunks it down.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
Here's Champagnie. Alvarado with a steal. To the middle. George passes to Gordon. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Back to Jerome. Left side Love. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over George. And it's Love missing. Philadelphia leading by 3. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Guys?
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And it's the Sixers with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Champagnie, defended by Gordon. Left side Koulibaly. From the arc. Jerome, no good. And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight, because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Now here's Koulibaly. Pass break, Philadelphia. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
Pass to Love. Jerome outside. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Boston. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Jerome's got 5 points now this quarter. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And a peek at the standings in this year's NBA Cup. The group stage is almost over.
And I have really enjoyed this year's version of the Cup. We're almost at the best part, too. The single elimination knockout rounds. I can't wait to get those started.
Here's Jerome. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Outside Koulibaly. Pass to Love from outside the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now here's Jerome. Alvarado defending. Pass to Koulibaly. Love a screen on Maxey. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Alvarado, the pass to Maxey. Out to Gordon. Back to Maxey. Over Koulibaly. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Bamba. Here's Champagnie, defended by Gordon. Out to the right wing. Alvarado, the pass to Gordon. Now here's George, covered by Bamba. Maxey on the wing. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Kept alive. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a three-point Boston lead.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right
now. Now here's Alvarado. He's guarded closely. Philadelphia with another miss. Boston leading by 3. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Now here's Koulibaly. To the left side wing. Here's Bird. Clark grabs the board. The 76ers shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Maxey on the wing. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the 76ers with some changes. Edwards comes in for George, and it's Grimes in for Maxey. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Bamba. Sarr comes in for Love. McCain's checked in for Koulibaly. And Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. Out of bounds, it'll be Philadelphia's ball. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
76ers trail by 3. Outside Grimes. Back to Alvarado. Philadelphia moving it around. Screen by Embiid. Alvarado, the pass to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on McCain. Here's Grimes. It's tipped.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more. Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Snatched up. Here's Sabonis. And he makes it. And Boston leads by 5. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
He gets it in there. Now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. Number 1, Boston.
It's one thing to take a lot of threes. It's another to take good ones, and they do. And they have some great shooters.
Alvarado, the pass to Edwards. And the bucket is good.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Boston leading by 5. Mitchell with the ball. Yet to see a basket. 1:57 left in the second period. Philadelphia has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside Grimes. Edwards, the pass to Grimes. Now Embiid, guarded by Sarr. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Alvarado, pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Grimes. And the layup falls. Grimes has got 7 points.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Sabonis outside. Here's Bird. Here's McCain. Offline with a 3.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Edwards finds Clark. Shoots over Sarr. Tipped. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bird, that's good.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Embiid passes to Alvarado. And here's Clark. Edwards a screen on Sabonis. Clark outside. And he gets that one. He's got 10. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front, leading by 5. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could bode well for them in the second half.
And next up, let's check out the players of the month. These guys have been red hot. Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game. Love it, because that combination of skill and size, man, that big fella is taking.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boston leading by 5. On the floor for Boston, we've got Sarr, Jared McCain out there with Mitchell. Then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's Bird in at the small forward. Now here's Mitchell. Still no points. Just 5 on the clock. Sabonis with a screen on Edwards. Back to Sabonis. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. And Boston leads by 8.
Clock is ticking, but Sabonis stays composed, just looks for his shot, not any shot.
Maxey with it, guarded now by Mitchell. Pass to Embiid. Embiid doing his thing inside.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
That one's good for two.
Well, Maxi's offensive output can be overwhelming. He's so fast and has so many ways to attack him.
Mitchell, the pass to Sabonis. Here's Bird. Picked by Sabonis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
76ers trail by 7. Maxey passes to Embiid. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Good D by Sarr.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Pass to Bird. On the wing, Mitchell. Maxey covering. Sarr against Embiid. And here's Sabonis outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. The kick out to Maxey. Clark outside. Philadelphia moving it around. And Embiid throws it down.
The team just loves to see Embiid fired up on offense like this. They really rely on his scoring ability.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Bird. Outside Mitchell. Puts up a deep 3. Clark grabs the board. 76ers trail by 5. Grimes up top. Covered by McCain. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Boston. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Outside McCain. Pass to Bird. Sabonis with a screen on Edwards. Here's Bird. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Maxey. Out to the right wing. Sabonis against Embiid. Shoots over Sabonis. Embiid can't hit. For Boston, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Bird. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Grimes. The Sixers again can't hit. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to Mitchell. Sabonis outside. Here's Bird. Fades and shoots. Good on the bucket. Bird's got 22.
Probably didn't need the fade on that shot, but he might have thought the defender was a little bit closer.
Edwards a screen on Sabonis. Here's Clark. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Pass to Bird. Now Sarr. Here's Bird. He's got 22. And a nice finish on the layup. 24 points for him.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Maxey against Mitchell. Clark with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Inside, here's Sarr over Clark. Sarr misses.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Here's Bird, guarded by Edwards. And it's Bird missing. The Sixers trailing. Outside Maxey. Pass to Clark. Edwards against McCain. Oh, Clark with the slam.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Here's Bird. He's got 24. And here's Mitchell. Pass to Bird. Sabonis with a screen on Edwards. Here's Bird. Sabonis tries again. And it's good on the lay-in. Sabonis has got his third basket on the night right there.
Just doing his job. Sabonis is there to snag the offensive rebound and put it right back.
To the inside. Tries the 9-footer. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Bird. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Edwards.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
From 15 feet away, Clark, no good.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Really left him alone that time. McCain's got 6 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Boston leading by 5. It's stolen by Maxey. From behind the arc. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 17 points in the game.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
Down low. Bird passes to Sabonis. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Grimes with the ball. Guarded now by Mitchell. Grimes' shot is off. Boston has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Boston.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. George, he's checked in for Clark. Gordon comes in for Edwards. Kyle Lowry's checked in for Grimes. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Tyrese Maxey. Now here's Love. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Bamba. That's tipped. Lowry with a steal. Here's George. And Lowry with the bucket on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Defense always had their eyes on him, and then he gives it away. Classic misdirection.
Outside Mitchell. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Coulibaly's got 6 points.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Now here's Lowry. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. For 3, Gordon. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 5.
And Gordon can do real damage from outside. A little separation is all he needs to feel comfortable.
Now here's Jerome. Alvarado defending. Right side, Love. Pass to Bamba. Back to Love. Nice ball movement by Boston. Now here's Jerome. Alvarado defending. Jerome, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Gordon, the pass to Alvarado. Offensive rebound. Bamba against Embiid. George for three. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists now in this one. Boston trails by 3. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So both teams changing it up here. And looking at overall steal numbers, here are the teams that continue to wreak havoc. The 76ers, 4th.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Now here's Gordon. Defense right on him. Alvarado outside. Lowry outside. George for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
23 seconds left in the 3rd. Now Jerome. Give him 8 points now. Outside Love. Now here's Koulibaly from deep 3-point range. No good. Would have counted had it gone. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Philadelphia leading by 5. Keyshawn George is out there with Eric Gordon. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Jose Alvarado. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Watch out when Maxey finds his groove like this. He'll just keep coming at you and at you.
Jerome outside. Hands it from the wing.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Alvarado. From outside, off the mark. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Boston. Bamba in the high post. Misses from short range. The 76ers shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. Gordon down low. And he lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 7.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Jerome finds Koulibaly. Back to Jerome. Takes a 3. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Gordon outside. Here's Maxey. Oh, sweet move. The offensive rebound. Alvarado outside. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Love. No good from the wing.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
George passes to Alvarado. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Bamba. Let's go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. Philadelphia leading by 7. Alvarado outside. Maxey against Jerome. Maxey, that's good.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Maxey against Koulibaly. Pass to Love. Outside Koulibaly. Back to Jerome. The three is up. Philadelphia grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Gordon, guarded closely. Here's George, covered by Bamba. Maxey against Koulibaly. And it's Maxey missing. Boston trails by 9. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Indeed, he's checked in for the Sixers. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Alvarado with it. For 3, Gordon drills it from deep. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Jerome passes to Bird. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3-point.
Bird's got 27.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
How about the longevity of Eric Gordon? The definition of a reliable vet, Richard.
It is impressive, right? He was drafted back in 2008. Guys like Eric, you can count on night in and night out. They're very valuable.
And Boston with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Bamba. Sarr comes in for Love. And Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. And finished off by Sarr.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Sarr. Here's Bird, defended by Gordon. Fires from the wing. Over to the left wing. Here's Bird. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Bird's got 6 here in the quarter.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
To the left wing. Sarr against Embiid. Sarr pulls it in. Boston trails by 5. Outside Mitchell. Soft touch off the glass.
Assistant McCain.
Here's Maxey. With a step back. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Maxey's got 23.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Pass to Bird. Now here's Sarr. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Out to the wing. Embiid passes to Gordon. Back to Embiid. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Obviously, Alexander Sarr's stature grabs your attention, but he's stronger than he looks, too. And that can be a pretty dangerous combination if he learns to use it right.
That free throw misses. And some changes here for the 76ers. Clark is checked in for George. Edwards comes in for Gordon. And it's Grimes in for Alvarado. And the second free throw is good. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid finds Maxey from 11 feet away. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. And that's now 25 points for Tyrese Maxey. And here's Mitchell. Outside McCain. Pass to Bird to tie it up. The putback. Outside for Mitchell. Clock at 6. Here's Bird, guarded by Edwards. And it's Bird missing. The Sixers lead by 3. Here's Grimes. No good that time. Excellent D there from McCain. Here's Sarr. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the 76ers.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Maxey against Coulibaly. Outside Edwards. Launches it. Boston pulls it in. McCain with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Bird to take the lead. The long distance three is buried. Bird's got 9 points in the quarter.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Pass to Bird. From deep, Sarr. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's delivering for his team when it matters most.
Outside Grimes. Sabonis against Clark. Out left to the wing. Here's Embiid. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him.
They've been winning the rebound battle today. Another big board right there.
Pass to Sarr. Here's Bird. Clark covers. Shoot from 14. Gets it to go.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Embiid against Sarr. Now Embiid. Here's Maxey. On the take. Oh, look out! Joel Embiid with a power jam.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
Outside Sarr. Here's Bird, guarded by Edwards. Unload from 13 feet. He got it.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
The bucket is good.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Outside Coulibaly. Outside Sarr. Fires it from 14. Book it. It goes.
Yeah, good floor recognition from Sarr. Encouraging to see him working on his passing like this.
Sarr against Embiid. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
Now here's Coulibaly. Here's Bird. Now Coulibaly from deep three-point range. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Boston making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in.
Third team foul. Boston substitution. Number 7, Damian Mitchell.
Edwards comes with a double team. Can't hit it.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
And that basket is good.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia.
Those and one plays can be real backbreakers in a close game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Here's Bird, guarded by Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, it's good.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line. No one said it was going to be easy.
Puts up a deep three. Oh, the long ball, no good. So we see Boston get the win here. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
Well, once again, the Birdman comes to the rescue late in the fourth quarter, delivering a victory here for the team Larry Bird as they need a win to get back on their winning ways, having their 23-game winning streak snapped in the last game against Team Showtime led by Magic Johnson. This was a barn burner, went down to the finish as Embiid and Larry Bird battled into the night. Well, we saw some good post-up moves from both of those guys. Look at that. But Team Larry Bird with 16 offensive rebounds carried the day, shot 50% from the field, 13 for 32 from downtown against the Sixers, 9 for 26, but just was not enough for the Sixers, who had a good lead throughout the game. They had the biggest lead at 10 points early in the game. Take a look here. They got out to a good start in the first quarter with a 3-point lead, and that lead was actually – that's actually misleading because at one point they were up, I believe, by 10 points in that quarter, but Bird rallied down the stretch that quarter. Second quarter, Team Bird came back and really put the gears to them, helped the 15 points in the second. But in the third quarter, the Sixers smacked them in the mouth. And then in the fourth quarter, Team Larry Bird came alive with a 62% shooting quarter. And behind that was the Birdman finding his teammates as he finishes tonight with 41 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, no turnovers, 33 shots, 5 for 8 from downtown, 2 offensive rebounds. Alexander Sarr chips in with 20 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Jerome comes off the bench with 13 points, and McCain with 8. Sabonis had a decent game. He was battling Embiid inside. Defensively, he had Sarr guarding him defensively all game long, but Embiid did a good job on Sabonis shutting him down and held him down. But it was the Birdman, and remember, Bol and Ben Simmons were not able to play tonight, so that really hurt Team Larry Bird's rotation. But in the end, as we saw down the stretch, it was Larry Bird making all the big shots late, as he went against Tyrese Maxey and Embiid, who combined for almost 50 points tonight. 60 if you count their assists. And they played well tonight, but they just didn't. And Brandon Clark showed up too. But the Birdman was just too much. Let's take a look at some of his highlights. Remember Team Bird right now looking for that number 1 record. Nice pass back there to Sabonis on that pick and roll pop. Team Bird in what I believe is a 6-game race for the number 1 record in the NBA right now with Team Jordan, Team Chamberlain, Team Showtime, Team Diesel. It's a hell of a race right now. So every game counts. And they need to get this win after taking that loss against Showtime the night before in this crazy 6-game road trip that they've been on. But as you see, Bird's pinpoint passing really making the difference here. Post up play, taking the smaller players. I don't know how you guard, man. It's just that 6'9" big body. You take him outside, he can dance on you. He can also take it into the post and just score effortlessly. And the rebound. He had 12 rebounds too. Tough matchup. But Team Larry Bird gets a much needed win as they go ahead and push their record to 29-6. A half game behind the first place Team Jordan out in the Eastern Conference, and tied up. Actually, they have the tiebreaker with Team Chamberlain, and they have a half game lead against them. Well, it's not actually, they're tied at that same level, I guess, in some kind of way, but they have the tiebreaker above them with Team Kareem down there at a game and a half, and the bad boys, man, they fell off. Not really, but then from where they were at, they're 2.5 games out, so they got a long way to go. I know 2.5 games is a lot when you're talking about teams who already have 29 wins, and we're only in early January. So a lot to be done here. But after this, Team Larry Bird just finished off their 6-game road trip, and they played the Lakers, the Knicks, the Celtics, the Pacers, and then Las Vegas, and then the Sixers. And now they'll be going back home after that 6-game road trip to take on Vegas in a rematch and the last matchup in the season against Magic Johnson, looking for some revenge from that loss that they took just the other night. But that's their story. Let's take a look and see what's coming up next on the Daily View. I believe it's the Bad Boys with Isaiah Thomas. Yep, they'll be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks coming up next. Let's get that one-sided. Yep. As Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boys go on the road to take on Giannis Antetokounmpo. I know he's with the Miami Heat now, but these rosters were taken at the time of the start of the season this year. So Isaiah Thomas and his Bad Boys will be looking for a much-needed win as they go out to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. As we see here, the Bad Boys are at 27-8, man. 2.5 games out of first place in the Eastern Conference. That doesn't seem like a lot, but again, you got teams that have 29. Listen, you're behind a team that has 29-8, and they're the number 4 team. That is crazy. This Eastern Conference is stacked, man, with Jordan, Bird, Chamberlain, Kareem, and then you got Isaiah all leading the show out here. To say nothing out here out west, where Showtime is also. Let's go ahead and spotlight Showtime real quick because they're the number 1 team in the Western Conference. Showtime is sitting at 29-5, and they're 2.5 games against Team Diesel, the closest team against them. And they're getting ready to pull away because that 2.5 games is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to catch up. And if Team Diesel loses one more game, they might not ever catch Showtime. And it might be Showtime's conference to lose or win out in the West. To say nothing of what's going on with the Jays, as Dr. J is putting distance against his Mambas and Team Dream for that number 3 spot, which is going to be a nice place to be because you'll have home court in the first round, and you'll play a modern era team, and you won't have to play another Legends team. Where you don't want to be at is the number 5 spot with the Dreamer in. That's the death spot because you'll be on the road most likely against another Legend team. And even if you were to win that means you're going to the next round with no home court advantage in any round. And it's going to be almost impossible to make it to the finals, I think, in that situation. It can be done, but it's going to be tough. You're going to have to fight a war the whole way through. You're going against nothing but legends the whole way through. So, but as we turn it back over here to Isaiah Thomas, they're up next. They need a win. They've lost their last game against the Orlando Magic of all people. How did that happen? Look, they lost bad too. Look at that. They lost bad, man. 122-92. They got their butts kicked by Orlando, man. How did that happen? That's how. The whole team, Suggs, Banchero, Wagner, Carter, Black, Batazde, Dane, Bain, all in double figures in that game. All of them shot ridiculous percentages. The Bad Boys known for their defense, not that night, boy, they gave it up. Look at that. Multiple 20-plus point, 25-plus point quarters, and in the fourth quarter they gave up 39 points and got held to 16. There's the story right there. They're gonna need some more of that tonight. they improve that, against the Bucks tonight as they take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and his team at 11-23. However, you can't go by records. You got to go by how teams play. And I will have that game coming for you guys a little bit later. And that's the quick sundown and then rundown. What's going on here in the NBA is we have Zion Williamson playing the 2 guard in this game, going for a much more bigger lineup against Giannis and Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent, and Miles Turner. So this will be a battle of the big men in this game. You'll have a much bigger team here for the bad boys. With Zion at 2 guard, he'll be able to post up Gary Trent easily all night long, which will cause a lot of double teams most likely, which should free up Zach Edey and Lopez outside for 3-pointers outside for spot ups. And then Isaiah Thomas running the pick and roll as well. So it'll be an interesting game to see tactically. But watch out for Giannis Antetokounmpo in transition as they have no one that can guard him easily. I mean, Zach Edey and Lopez have no chance of guarding him in transition. We know this. So it'll have to be the combination of Isaiah Thomas and Herbert Jones making sure that they get back on defense and not try to help out on the offensive glass to keep Giannis off of those quick transition buckets that he's known for getting. We'll see how it plays out in that game, guys. And with that little rundown synopsis, like, subscribe. I ask you guys humbly, and I will see you guys for the next exciting installment in the NBA Legends Modern Era Ultimate Showdown season. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.